What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday. Y'all know what that means. That means we about to have us a good old time today. My goodness, my goodness. Y'all, I am so happy to talk to y'all today. We got a bunch of good stuff to talk about. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to the replay gang. Then, of course, I got to say shout out to Kang gang because we are in the building. Oh my goodness. Listen. Didn't I tell y'all we was gonna be something? Didn't I see? I be telling y'all about how we gonna take over stuff, and listen, little by little, I synced some of them other YouTube channels. I've synced some of these other influencers out here trying to get up on the Kang gang. Let me tell you something. It's fine. Okay. You can come on board. Come on. Because we've been here. Okay. Kang gang been in the building for a long time. But it's all good. It's all good. So just wanted to let y'all know that I am absolutely thrilled that people are getting a chance to finally go see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And like I told y'all Kang was great. I told you he was great. Now, I am not going to go into, and I would ask that we avoid any spoiler talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I'm considering doing, maybe if I got time. So don't quote me on this. Don't hold me to this. If I got time, maybe we'll go live, or maybe we'll add it to a live where we could talk about it, maybe break it down, go through the movie and all that. But you definitely can go check out my man, Just My Opinion Reviews. I don't know exactly when he's gonna drop it, but we did record our spoiler discussion, our spoiler review, and he is gonna post that on his channel. So I've been telling y'all, excuse me, to go subscribe, so you can catch that great conversation. Me, him, Elliot from the Movie Files, going out. Oh, did he drop it already? Okay, so it looks like he already dropped it. So definitely go check that out. Now for me, if I can just get focused and have some time, I'm going to try and work on some theory videos for y'all for Ant-Man 3. I just need some time. That's all I need. So I'm also gonna try my best not to make this too long. And I know every time I say that, it does go long, but I'm still gonna try. If I go long, replay gang, leave me alone. But there was, what did I want to talk? There was something I wanted to say. I wanted to take a quick moment because recently, I don't know about y'all, but recently it was Valentine's Day. And look, whether you choose to celebrate or not, that's up to you. You know, I personally, I like to find whatever random days to express my love to my wife and stuff like that. And I just want to take a quick break because, look, I would not have the ability to do a lot of these lives, or um the emotional support to do things when things get tough, if it were not for my wife. So I did want to just kind of give just a quick little Valentine's Day story. Mainly shout out to my wife, because for a very long time, my wife has been after me, asking me. She's wanted this one thing from me since forever, right? And I'm sitting here like, yo, this one thing that you want, we can't afford it. Like, it's expensive, So I'll buy it the flowers, I'll take it out to dinner and all this other stuff, right? And for 5 years, I think that's what she tells me anyway. For 5 years, she still keeps on asking me for this thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we can't do it. Leave me alone. So anyway, this was the year, because we just had our 10-year anniversary. And even though I thought buying Janet Jackson tickets was enough, apparently not. I was mistaken. So I was like, you know what? My wife, she works hard. She's like the best wife I ever had. She's my only wife. But I was like, all right, fine, we're gonna do it. But here's the kicker. Here's the quick kicker. My wife says that she doesn't care about being surprised. That is until she gets surprised. So, she don't like really getting surprised, but then again, it's like if I could pull off a surprise, it's 10 times better, right? So I was like, all right, here's what we finna do. We gonna actually get her what she's always been asking for this time around. So this time, I was like, all right, we're gonna go to dinner for Valentine's Day. I already got her flowers at work and all that good stuff. All the, she already got all that stuff. But I was like, let's go to V-Day dinner. So we go to dinner. It's like at some fancy restaurant, whatever. And here's the kicker. I put the reservation for 7:30. Now, my wife, because she's a teacher and she works really hard, when the sun go down, she go down. Like that's it. That's her bedtime is when no more sun, good night. So I put the reservation at 7:30 because I knew by the time we get our food after we eat, she gonna get a little sleepy, right? So we get there and everything is working like a charm. I mean, I don't even think we got past the appetizers before she was just sitting there like just eyeballs heavy, just everything was dozing off. So I was like, all right, cool, this is perfect. So we took practically everything to go. And one thing I kept saying was like, hey, you want to take a picture like before we leave, just for V-Day, for the gram, something. And she was like, all right, yeah, whatever. I'm sleepy. I just want to leave. I was like, all right, cool. So we leave, and right in front of the restaurant, I asked the waitress, like, yo, can you just take a picture for us real quick, right? And she was like, cool. Now here's my wife, and I want you to pay attention to something. Look at Mrs. Eman's face. Okay, here go her face right there. You see this face? This is actually her. I'm sleepy, but I'm a pose for this picture because I have to look cute. That's what that face is. Okay, that's the I'm sleepy face, but I gotta look cute at the same time. And look, I feel like she accomplished that, right? But as I said, my wife has been asking me time and time again for this one thing. And obviously, I got her a wedding ring and all that. But what she's always wanted was like these bands. And yes, it is the bands to make a dance, whatever. But she's wanted these bands, these diamond bands since forever. So, I know I am the frugal guy. I save my pennies. I budgeted some things. I moved a couple things with my checking and my savings, and I went ahead and I got it. Now, she did not know this. She did not know this, but I went ahead and got it. I went through a whole lot of means, but I got it for her, right? And I went up to the waitress and I was like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. Take one more picture. My wife is sleepy. She's like, come on, let's go. I want to go home. Okay, let's go. And she looked down. Boom. Had to do it. Had to do it just one more time to surprise the missus. Gave her the bands that she's been asking for since forever. And I want you to just notice the transition. You remember the sleepy face? Now here go the actual face. That's the face of like when the diamonds actually wake you up. That's what happens when you get that full transition. But anyway, I was just very, very happy to get her what she's wanted. And, I wanted to take this opportunity to like just really give her props. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, even though y'all don't really see her like that, except maybe in the chat, she does deserve kudos because she's just as important for allowing me to have this time and this space to be here with y'all. So I wanted to make sure she got her kudos one way or another, obviously through the bands, but also by giving her a nice little shout out. So, ma'am, I don't know if you're watching, if you are or not, but if you are, love you. Thank you so much for all the support. And I'm guessing she probably gonna watch the replay. I mean, the sun has gone down, so she's probably gone. She probably won't even see this. But either way, at least I gave her some props. I want to make sure she got her moment. And happy Valentine's Day again. I'm hoping that buys me a couple years. Like I'm hoping this is Just to cover me for another 10 years. We'll see. But anyway. All right, let's do some quick shout outs. And then we're gonna jump into the news and get busy. Who we got here? Carl, what's going on? Carl, that's my Walking Dead. Carl, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Carl. Thank you for coming. My man Minister Crush is here. Thank you so much, sir. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, by the way, that spoiler review is already up. So go on ahead to his channel. It's already up. Go on and grab it. Go and watch it. Deborah Rodriguez is here. Thank you so much. Top supporter to the channel. Thank you for being here. We got Rim 17 in the building. Thank you so much with the mod squad holding it down. Get those likes up, please, and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe. Matter of fact, go get a friend. Go get a friend. Tell somebody to come on in, join the E fam, and have a good time too while you at it. My man Didier is here. What's going on, sir? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. We got Mama J in the building. Thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate you. My man Tane is here. What is up? What is up? Paul is here. How you doing? Good to see you. Nelson V is here. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. My man John Robinson is here as well. Allie girl, hello. Good to see you. Ms. Harper, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. I know you working hard. Let's see who else. Bring back McDonald's snacks wrap. I like the snack wrap, but let me tell you something. If McDonald's gonna bring something back, you know what I want them to bring back? I just want them to bring back the McDonald's cookies, not the chocolate chip oatmeal. I'm talking about the little cookies in the packets. Them things was fire. I used to love them things. That's what they need to bring back. That's for me. I go back for that. 60 plus reviews. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia, for being here. Appreciate you. Rhonda's here. Always a pleasure. My man Eric is here as well. Good to see you. Sorry to hear about that car accident. Hopefully everything works out for you. Let's see. Jam is here. Hello. Good to see you. Alexander, what's up? How are you? Rachel, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Famous Jay, what's up? Trouble Clef, hello. Let's see. Sunspot, how you doing? Tyra, what is up? AJ, how you doing? Pamela, I see you too. Sunspot, wait, I did Sunspot. What's up? Angel, what's going on? Another mod squad in the building. Corey, hello. How you doing? Mitch, what's up? Let's see. Soto, I see you. Hello. Akuri, how you doing? Lisa, what's up? How are you? Who else? I saw some other people coming in. Akinci, hello. Good to see you. Rebecca, how are you? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Treese, what's up? My man, Jason Wilcox. Man, where you been, man? Good to see you. Let's see. Terrence, by the way, thanks again, man. I appreciate you. If I forgot to thank you last time for the Cash App, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Theo, what's going on? Wilbur, what's going on? My man Sean, how you doing? Good to see you. We got another top supporter in the building with Derek Gaines. What's going on, brother? Let's see who else I saw. Let's see. Alex, hello. Talented one, what's up? My man Cornelius is here. What's up? T-Ville, how you doing? Buddha King, what's up? Zia, hello. Good to see ya. Let's see. Doc, what up, Doc? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Low Key, what up, homie? Good to see you. Plush, how you doing? Jack, hello. CJ, good to see you again. Let's see. Callow, did we see you? I think we did. Okay, what's up, Callow? Good to see you. And shout out to everybody that has been able to come out tonight. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. And before I move on, I do need to give some shout outs to some people that sent some love over the weekend. So I want to say thank you to Sean Evans. Thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Appreciate you. Terrence, bam, right there. I'm showing some love right back to you. Thank you again for the $10 Cash App as well. Really appreciate you, brother. Let's see who we got. Dan the Man, what's going on? Transformers at 1 million views, big dog. Okay. GL next. Okay, let's go. 1 million views. Woo-hoo. I love it. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate you, sir. Let's see who else we got. I think we are about. Oh, there we go. My man Derek. So you top Ty Diggs signing, singing happy birthday to her. For now, do you know how hard it is to find new ways to either surprise or top things for my wife. And here's the funny thing: it wasn't even Tay Diggs that was. It was really Tay Tay, or that she calls it Tamar. Braxton. That was her main. That was the main one right there. Tay Diggs was just a little appetizer, but it was really Tamar. But no, it's always difficult to find a new way to make sure that I find, I gotta top something. I gotta find it. I don't know. I keep raising the deck. It's tough, but love makes you do crazy things, and I'm crazy for it. So I'll do some more. I'll figure it out. There she go. There she go. There goes my baby. What's up, Queen? How are you? Good to see you, Mrs. E-Man. Always a pleasure. What didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Sun already went down. I told y'all. See, come on, man. That's 10 years right there. I told y'all what's gonna happen. Love you, babe. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, brother. Thank you so much. Just my opinion reviews coming through. Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror rules. Guys, we got over 175 watching, but only 67 thumbs up. This is silly. Guys, please thumbs up the video. Kang gang. Can't wait for Creed 3. Bro, I'm right there with you. Cannot wait to see Creed get washed. Okay, ain't no way Creed making it out of this movie, and he shouldn't. I don't care if it's his franchise. Man, look, this is Jonathan Majors' year. Okay, my man is dominating everything. He just needs to win. He just needs to win. But thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate you. And like I say, y'all go head over his channel right after this, so you go ahead and watch that spoiler review that we got for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. All right, let's jump into these topics real quick and get busy with it. Bruce Willis. Last time we talked about Bruce Willis, unfortunately, he was diagnosed with aphasia, which is like a very, very terrible mental condition, or and it's just debilitating. It robs him basically of his ability to remember things and to speak and all this other stuff. And now we're getting an update that he's actually got now been diagnosed with dementia. And this came from I believe his daughter posted this on Instagram. And she said, since we announced Bruce's diagnosis of aphasia in spring of 2022, Bruce's condition has progressed, and we now have a more significant diagnosis, frontotemporal dementia. Unfortunately, challenges with communication are just one symptom of the disease Bruce faces. While this is painful, it is a relief to finally have a clear diagnosis. This just sucks. This sucks. I hate to hear it. I mean, I've had, this is something that a disease that's run in my family. So, personally, like it's one of those like this and cancer. I hate them both. I hate them both because it's just, it's really, really tough. That's something I don't even want to deal with that. Like if it comes to me, like, oof, I don't even want to think about it, because not being able to have control of your mind and remember things, that's really, really tough. And it's tough on the loved ones too. So my heart goes out to Bruce's family. And it sucks that he's gonna have to retire. I mean, he's already retired. It sucks that he has to go that way, but like that's life, and best wishes to the friends and family out there for sure. Let me grab this comment real quick. Low key, thank you so much. So excited about I Am Legend 2. I watched the first one 4 times and happy for Mrs. E-Man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we are definitely about to get into that I Am Legend news, so hang tight on that. Thank you so much for that. And unfortunately, to see, and that was the other thing. Like we lost, my father-in-law, Cherie's dad, who had like the same complications. Like it sucks. It sucks. And it's just such a huge burden to like take care of a loved one like that too, but yeah, dementia is definitely not fun at all in any way. But yeah, once again, heart goes out to the Willis family and friends. And unfortunately, the Bad news continues because we lost someone else. Hold on, I forgot to make this an actual thing. Give me 1 second here. And that was Raquel Welch. We just lost her as well. And that was pretty sad that, I mean, look, she made it to 82, and I mean, let me tell you something. If that's what 82 looked like, you lived a great life. Okay. She lived a great life. And, she was primarily known for, um, well, she was considered as a great actress and an international sex symbol, according to TMZ here. But she was in the Three Musketeers and a bunch of different movies and things like that. But she's definitely going to be missed. She's definitely going to be missed. She was a little bit before my time, but at the same time, you still knew that she made an impact, especially in Hollywood. So it does suck that she is going to be missed. But my goodness, till 82, whew, a lot of us can making it to 82 is like pretty good. It's pretty good. Heard nothing but positive things about her. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone that hopefully she lived her life the way that she wanted to. And I hope she went peacefully. I don't think we really have details on what happened, but I think it was natural. Don't quote me on that. But anywho, condolences to her and to her family. It was what? Short illness? Ooh. Oh, she was sick and then dang. Okay. Well, hopefully she's at peace right now. Um, all right, let's move on. What do I have? Oh, hold on now. Okay, go. Okay, low key. Hold on now. Hold on, man. Yo, low key, come on. Wait a minute. Low key, first of all, with the $25 Cash App, then with the follow-up $50 Cash App. Come on now. My goodness. Thank you so much for that. That is amazing. For your condolences. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. My goodness. That's super generous of you. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Man, that's really nice. Really nice. Caught me completely off guard there. Thank you. Let's see. Let's move on to let's get to some more positive stuff here. Okay. Well, this isn't really all that positive. So y'all know about Idris Elba becoming James Bond and all that, a lot of people want that to happen. A lot of people have fan casted him as Bond and all that, but it's looking more like it ain't gonna happen. And Idris Elba apparently has come to that conclusion as well. When he was interviewed for his new movie Luther that's coming to Netflix, he had this to say, and he said, a lot of people talk about another character that begins with J and ends with B, but I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm going to be John Luther. That's who I am. That's a tough blow. That's a tough blow. We've talked about this before about how the producers for James Bond, the Broccoli family or whatever, like they've said that they want someone younger. They want someone in their 20s to 30s, someone who can be there for the next 10 to 15 years. And Idris is about to be 50. He's about to hit 50. Now don't get me wrong. Clearly, black ain't cracking, right? Clearly, but for whatever reason, they're still kind of sort of feeling as though like he's not the one. So, we've talked about this as well. Like, who was it? Aaron Taylor Thomas was supposedly a front runner. Another fan favorite has been Regé Jean Page, old dude from Bridgerton. But one thing seems very clear. It ain't gonna be Idris Elba. So if you were still holding on to hope for that, it might be time to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because it's just not happening. I personally still think that they could do a one-off James Bond movie. I mean, most of the James Bonds don't connect anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like only Daniel Craig did his like trilogy and it was all like together and all that. The other ones are kind of like episodic, a little, like an anthology in a sense. You could give me just one James Bond movie with Idris Elba, and I'd be fine. I would totally be fine. But looks like my man is committed to Luther. And you know what? Shout out to him for that, because look at someone, and I'm not throwing him under the bus, but look at someone like The Rock. The Rock is one of the highest paid, one of the most recognizable, biggest stars in Hollywood, but he still has yet to really have his own IP, his own character. Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, Rocky, Schwarzenegger, Conan, Terminator. Like those are their things. The Rock ain't got that. He's jumped into other people's things. Black Adam could have been that, but he played them cards wrong. And at least Idris has Luther. Now, I've only seen, I think, like 2 episodes of Luther, and it was pretty good from what I saw, but I never felt compelled to keep watching. Doesn't mean it was bad. I just got distracted. So, if you're interested in Luther or if you've thought about it, I would say give it a shot. It is one of those great roles that he shines in. And I've never heard anyone say anything bad about Luther. But I'm just happy for him that he's got something to hang his hat on. Like he is that character, and that character is him. So hey, all power to him. You can't be James Bond. It's okay, it happens, but at least he's got something he's comfortable with. So I'm happy for him in that regard. But anyway, let me know how you feel about Idris Elba not apparently. I mean, the ship has sailed with him that he's not going to be James Bond. How do you feel about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, let's move on. Here's an interesting story. It's a little old story, but it's a little interesting story. Now, back in 2003, so we going back. Some of y'all probably wasn't even born yet. That's sad. I feel old already. Stop. There was a little movie that came out, and it was Daredevil. Yes, there was a Daredevil movie that came out, and this one starred Ben Affleck, and it got panned. It was not very good. Now, the DVD, the extended cut, that supposedly was a lot better. I still haven't seen it. I don't really care. Maybe I'll watch it one day, but either way, the movie wasn't all that good. However, the interesting thing that happened with this movie was who they cast as Kingpin. And one of the people that they cast was the late, great Michael Clark Duncan. He was cast as Kingpin. Now, this was definitely a huge shock for people. And I just to kind of give people a little context here. In 2003, Facebook wasn't around yet, right? Facebook was just kind of sort of coming out. You still had AOL Chat Messenger or whatever that was out. I don't know. Whatever thing. You didn't have social media. MySpace was kind of sort of popping. This is how old this was. But there was still a lot of backlash because they cast a black man to play this traditionally white character. And by the way, his race really wasn't always tied to his character like that. But what was interesting was the fact that the director actually went ahead and commented on the backlash back then. Now, again, you didn't have social media back then to kind of like flare these things up. You didn't have hashtags. You didn't have this. So whenever there was a controversy, it would be like happening in small pockets here and there, but like it might not be viral news, But anyway, the director of this had something to say, and I thought it was kind of interesting. And I wanted to kind of touch on what the director said here. And he went ahead and said this. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of blowback. It's the strangest catch-22 because you want to have opportunities for everybody. You say, I'm not going to pay attention to race. I'm just going to cast the right person for the role. But then you get killed for that from some fans who say the Kingpin should be white or he's not my Kingpin and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely got heat on that, but I don't regret the decision at all. Michael was fantastic. It's hard to find a guy who was that big and also that formidable, and Michael was definitely that guy. God bless him. And you know what? Totally with him on that. Sounds perfectly reasonable. And honestly, especially back then when they tried to nail the comic book look with their characters, he was the biggest, swollest dude that could act at that time. And I mean, Jesus, look at this guy. Look at this. Look how swole. Ain't no CGI here. There's no CGI. His body looked like the Kingpin would look. You know, big swole in it. That's not fat. It's all just muscle. That's Kingpin, right? Who just so happens to be black. Oh, well. So he's absolutely right that at the end of the day, I mean, his arms are, he got some bazookas on him, but like he is absolutely right in terms of like how you're supposed to cast and what you're supposed to do, right? So the director was then followed up with the question about like, well, you know, were you mad about the fact that they didn't continue the tradition, right? They didn't. So, like, in other words, we seen Kingpin with Vincent D'Onofrio from the Netflix series, and now the current MCU series and stuff like that. We see they recast him with a white guy. And the director was asked, like, are you mad about that? Like, Marvel had the opportunity to maybe cast another big swole black guy and have Kingpin keep being black. Here's what the director said. In response to that, he was like, no, not at all. I think Vincent D'Onofrio is wonderful as the Kingpin. It's all about finding the right actor for the character, Vincent is a great Kingpin and Michael was a great Kingpin. And the show is terrific. It's fun because everybody gets to have their own imprint on it. You don't own the character. You just get to be the steward for a short time, then pass it on for someone else to do something with it. That's why it was so fun to see all the different Spider-Men come together in the latest Spider-Man movie. You don't say. Seeing all those different versions from different decades and different filmmakers coming together was such an exciting moment. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't. Actually, I could just reread that one sentence. What did he say here? You don't own the character. You just get to be the steward for a short time, then pass it on for someone else to do something with it. What did he say before that? It's fun because everybody gets to have their imprint on it. It's crazy. It sounds like he's just talking about actors and roles and just how, I don't know, different actors can come in and put their own imprint on the role. Did y'all hear anything about a ruined legacy? I mean, rest in peace to Michael Clark Duncan, but I didn't hear nobody talking about Vincent D'Onofrio like ruined his legacy by playing Kingpin. So, what do you think about the director's comments about the backlash and, seeing the character continue in even a different form? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. La 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 la. Let me just see if there was any comments that I missed. Nope. Nope. Okay. Good. Let me move on. What else do we have? Where is it? Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, let's do this one. So, speaking of roles and passing on and stuff. All right. I think most people will agree that the Fast and Furious has probably done a remarkable job. Now, I know that I give this franchise a lot of flack. I come at this franchise for all the nonsense that they put out there and expect us to pay money to go see. Okay. However, the one thing I will always give them credit for is how they handled Paul Walker's death and what they did with his character to pay tribute to him. I believe it was in Fast 7, where they basically showed us, that really dope scene where Dom is driving and you see, he pulls up, he sees Brian right there and they're playing the song and everything. We're all in our emotions. Like, that was absolutely one of the that was like the best tribute, I thought, for an actor, for a character, and all that. Right, his legacy continues even while the movies continue. He's still in the show in spirit, one way or another. Great. My concern was, because I want to say it was either in Fast 9, I think, in the last movie, they did show, during the cookout scene, Brian's car pull up to the cookout, but then they cut it out. And I was kind of like, okay. Please don't milk this. That's my main concern. Don't push it now. Okay. Like, because when I saw it, I'm like, look, I know y'all pulled him up in the blue car. I know he's coming to the cookouts. I know he's alive. I get it. But don't cross that line, because y'all already had a perfect ending, even though it's not technically an ending, but y'all had a perfect tribute. You could ruin it by doing too much. And now apparently the Fast X directors talking about bringing Paul Walker back. Let's see what he had to say. Well, Brian is very much alive in the world of Fast and Furious, and they've teased him a lot in previous movies. In Fast 9, we see the car coming. It's something that is planned. This movie jumps back and forth between the past and the present. You will see Brian in the past. You won't see Brian in the present. It's something that everybody has to be on board with. The Walker family is still very much a part of this franchise. You'll see how in this movie. It just has to be the right moment, the right tone. I think what James Wan did at the end of 7 was perfect. The tone was perfect. Brian has to re-enter the franchise as perfectly as he left it. Okay. Going off of the trailer for Fast X, they did show some scenes, because for whatever reason, they have to concoct a way to have Jason Momoa's character actually be part of the story, but we just didn't see that angle. So they're kind of like retconning him in. And I want to say they're going back from Fast 2, or the events of Fast 2, when they were doing that bank heist or whatever. So they might be reusing Paul Walker's old footage in that sense. If that's what they're talking about doing, I don't really have too big of an issue with that, because, well, it was in the past, and that was part of the old movies. Or was that Fast 5? I don't know. Which is all a blur to me, so I don't know. But all I know is that I just don't want them to go overboard with this. When they said that the Walker family is all on board, I hope they just mean in terms of consent. Like, yes, we like this. Yes, we approve it. Yes, this is okay. I hope that's what they mean by that. And I hope what they're not going to do is bring his brother back and do the CGI stuff. It was cool because, they did do it. They did it with this scene right here, right? Like that's actually his brother with a little deep fake CGI on there. And that was fine. That was fine for like, that quick little moment just to say goodbye. Okay, we got it. But just don't go to the point where you just don't cross that line. That's my only concern. That's my only concern. You want to show us flashbacks? Cool. But if you about to go above and beyond and be like, nah, we got to force him in here and now y'all doing a little too much. But anyway, y'all let me know. How do you feel about one, the fact that he said you're not going to see him in the present, but you will see him in the past. So maybe it's just a highlight clip. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about the potential if they do decide once again to do the CGI, maybe with Paul Walker's brother, as a way to bring him back? Now, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if they'll do this or not. Personally, I hope that they don't. Like I said, I was already on the fence the moment they brought up the car and left it right there. I'm like, hey, like, it's okay with me if you just keep saying, yo, he's at home with the kids. I'm very okay with that. I'm very okay with that. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right. Derek, what you mean? You mean like Carrie Fisher in Star Wars? Yeah, basically. We'll see if that's how they want to bring him back or not. I hope they don't, because I feel like they just don't have to. They like, you let this man retire, let this man retire. First of all, Dom, didn't nobody tell you to keep having all these adventures? Like, sit down somewhere, somebody's coming back from my past. Good, let them. Bye. Like, leave me alone. Like, move, go somewhere else, relocate. I don't know. He just be running into trouble all the time, man. Whatever. I'm done with this. Anyway, talented one. What you got? I appreciated that they didn't kill him. How he passed in real life. Yes, that would have been very awkward. Even though for that franchise, it would have made all the sense in the world. You're right. Like, on paper, if you were to say like, oh, Brian's character died in a car crash, yeah, that would totally make sense because all they do is race cars and stuff like that. However, they didn't want to bring in real life trauma and make it a part of their fictional storytelling. Look at that. But, it is what it is. That was probably one of the most brilliant things that they could have done. My goodness, don't do this. She said, let him be Judy from Family Matter. Yeah, yes. We would like for Paul Walker's character to go upstairs and just never come back. And that's okay, because we know he's upstairs. That's okay. It's okay. Sheree, go to sleep. It is past your bedtime already. Go to sleep. What's the next topic? She already playing. Do we want to do this now? Let's do this first. So let me just make the record extremely clear, if it has not been already. If you have followed my channel, you already know that I do not condone a single thing when it comes to Ezra Miller. You already know that we have gone extensively over the litany of problematic behavior, actions, accusations, actual charges against Ezra Miller. You already know that I have said many times that WB has no reason, zero, be stingy with the De Niro if you got to continue on with Ezra Miller. You got nothing. There's no reason to go on with them. You also know that I have been very clear in my position that while I do believe that Ezra Miller deserves all the help, all the rehab that they believe they need, please get the help. but that doesn't mean you should be free of consequences either. Okay? You still did the crime, and there's a lot of things you should be doing time for. We already talked about one little thing, like one of the many issues. They already pled guilty to, what was it? I think it was the larceny or theft or whatever it was. They gave him little 1 year probation and $500 fine or whatever. Now, there's still pending lawsuits or court cases, if I'm not mistaken. There's still very damaging accusations of grooming a minor. There's still dangerous accusations of putting children in danger, of letting them have bullets in their mouth and stuff, like using the Flash toy or persona in the aiding of grooming minors, having cult-like situations in your house, on your residence and stuff. There's a lot of mess when it comes to Ezra Miller. So let's be abundantly clear about that. I do not support Ezra Miller. I support Ezra Miller getting help as a human being to another human being. But I also believe Ezra Miller needs to get them consequences too. Howsoever, about that Flash trailer. About that Flash trailer. That thing was fire. That was fire. I know usually I'll wait and not watch it, but I was watching the Super Bowl. It came on. I couldn't turn away. I watched it, but I still wanted to at least watch it with y'all. I still want to watch it with y'all. That trailer right there, I told y'all I don't rock with Ezra Miller now. But that trailer right there, let's get ready. We need to talk about this trailer. We need to talk about this trailer real quick. So many things here. Just, I need this. So if you haven't watched, I'm pretty sure most of us have watched it, right? I'm pretty sure most of us have seen this. No, I'm gonna put it on the big screen. I already know, WB, whatever. I know you're gonna strike this. I know you're gonna demonetize this, whatever. I don't care. I just want to watch this trailer. Let me rock. I just want to rock. Leave me alone. But we do need to watch this. All right, let's go. With this, I'm so with this. I'm down. I mean, first of all, you had me at Michael Keaton. First and foremost, you had me at the GOAT Batman. Okay. The Flashpoint storyline as well is something that I would definitely encourage, if you have not watched the animated one, at least. If you haven't read the comic, that's cool. But there is the animated one, and I believe it's currently still on HBO Max. Go ahead and treat yourself. Go ahead and watch that so you can see the potential madness that could ensue. I would just say that because of the fact that they're dealing with time travel and they got all this stuff, anything could happen. Because at the end of the day, they just gonna wipe it all anyway. You know, let's just be real about it. It's all time travel. It's just an easy way to reset the whole DCU, blah blah blah, whatever. But I am here for every minute of this. And before we go back, because I do want to rewatch it real quick, I do want to see it again. The one thing I want to bring up is, because I've told y'all this before, I've said that, one way that they could easily get rid of the one way to easily get rid of the Ezra Miller problem, right, within the Flash, because again, it makes zero sense to recast or to continue with Ezra Miller and not just recast. All you have to do, and you could do this in a post-credit scene, let Ezra Miller do whatever he does with the time travel or whatever. Time travel happens, boom, everything gets reset. You literally can just show a different. You don't even have to show the actor yet. You could just show the fact that Ezra's version of Flash wakes up and his face looks different. You could just do that. Now, why is that the case? Because we just saw in this trailer that Ezra meets himself and that Barry looks just like him. However, the WB in general, DC in general, has already established that you don't have to, that variants can look different. How? Because we synced it already. Look at Barry meeting Barry. Okay? It's Barry meeting Barry, which means it is perfectly already acceptable for time travel or whatever fictional shenanigans you want to put in there for Barry not to look the same moving forward. Now, I am not saying that it has to be Grant Gustin or anything like that. If they wanted to have Grant, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. However, at the same time, it does not need to be Ezra Miller. That's the more common thing. If you want to do Grant Gustin, that's fine. Personally, I think that's a better opportunity to actually get a name brand actor, like a movie star rather than a TV star, because just because you was on the TV star does not mean you translate to the movies. That's not always the same thing. Just because we're used to Grant Gustin as a TV Flash doesn't mean he has the same star power if he were to go on to the movies. So I would just say, if you should, if you're WB, recast Ezra Miller's Flash, go find somebody, one of them little teen heartthrobs that are on the rise with the young folks or whatever, and put that person in as your Flash, and it'll be easy. But like I said, the precedent has already been established that Barry does not have to look like himself all the time. Let him go through time, come back, have a different face, and we will all move on just fine. All right, real quick. I do want to go back to this trailer, though. I do want to go back. I want to play it one more time and just kind of go through some things, because this thing is hitting. This thing is hitting.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
So one thing that I thought was kind of interesting so far, and I pray they fix this. First of all, recast the Flash. That's the first thing y'all got to do. But right after that, did y'all please fix his running? Are we still about to do the little, I don't know, Hawaiian dance, whatever, slow motion water dance thing that he does? Because I noticed that they didn't show too much of him actually running in this. Like it'd be him like kind of stopping or maybe him starting, but they really didn't show him actually running. So all I'm asking for, did you please fix whatever? Did y'all fix this? What? I gotta run it. Whatever that was. I hope y'all fix that. Oof, God, that was so stupid. That when I tell you that was the dumbest. Ezra's running as the Flash was as dumb and bad and terrible as Christian Bale's incredibly unnecessary growling throughout the Dark Knight series trilogy. No, where is it? I even got Kobe barking. Because that Kobe even knows what it is. But like, bro, you ain't got a voice modulator or something? Get out of here, man. So yeah, both of them was dumb and unnecessary. So I hope they fix that. I like that's what I'm looking for when I get in this. Please fix that. Now I will say, especially if you're familiar with the Flashpoint storyline, this is a very good emotional conversation. It's a very good theme. I'm sorry. Because Barry has the power to change time. And one of the things that he has to wrestle with is like, bad things happen, traumatic things happen. And if you had the ability to change them, would you? And this is one of the reasons why I really like this story. I really like the Flashpoint thing because it's one of the best Flash stories out there. Now, there are some other good ones too, but like this one right here, this is a character defining story for Barry. Like, can you go save your mom? Because that's literally like your trauma. That's your trigger. That's your thing because it screws up your dad. It screws up your life. Like it, imagine Spider-Man. Would you go back and save Uncle Ben? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that is. So unlike Bruce Wayne, who I'm sure he would trade anything to go save his parents and stuff, Flash has that ability to do that. But should he? And we're seeing all the consequences here, and I love the fact that that we're actually saying this. So I'm looking forward to that being explored in this. I'm not gonna explain what this is because I think it'll be a kind of spoiler, but clearly he goes back in time and meets himself one way or another. So he brought on a whole new world by messing around. He brought on a whole new world where there are no metahumans. So apparently, no Aquaman. I'm assuming no Wonder Woman. No Cyborg. Like there are none of them around. And well, he done came and he finna take over. I think they found Kara. So clearly, Kara is. I'm assuming in this world, Kara is going to be the substitute for Clark. So rather than Clark Kent, or Kal-El, rather than him crashing the Earth, maybe it's Kara that crashes the Earth. And it's apparently, I'm assuming, this is the government that finds her or whatever.
Want some help?
And now that he found the real Batman, would y'all look at this old man still rocking? Look at this man. If y'all don't give this man stunt double some props, my man Michael Keaton. Let me tell you something. I'm not, humble brag. I got a chance to like walk up to Michael Keaton and talk to him and let him know, my man, you the GOAT. Okay, I let him know that he's not a big guy. He's not a big guy. I think he's like 5'9", something like that. He's not a big guy, but my man is putting in the work right now. Okay. He is putting in the work, and I love every bit of it. This is bringing me right back to my childhood when I saw Batman for the first time in the 89 Batman, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So this is amazing.
If I can't undo what I did.
Look at that. And you see, you saw him take 2 steps. You ain't seen that. He I don't know. Hold on, let me see. Did he do the weird run? Did he do it?
Can't undo what I did.
I don't know. See, man, they trying to hide that run. They trying to hide. I don't like that. Don't sucker me into that bad. Now, I'm gonna say this. I also think they showed way too much. I felt like I saw most of the movie right there. A lot of that action and destruction with, Ben Affleck's Batman and all that. Like, I feel like you just showed me a lot of the third act. I hope not, because the third act is supposed to be your bread and butter. In other words, you're supposed to save the best for last. So when we actually do pay our money and we go watch this movie, you're going to have to top whatever you just showed us, because the trailer is really just supposed to tease us. I've told y'all this before. Don't have your trailer become the garlic bread and you get full too early. And I feel like they might have gave us a little too much bread. I think that's what happened here. Am I mad about it? Nah, because that trailer was fire. But what it has done is it has also raised my expectations to say, I see what you teased me with. You better show me way more in your movie. So now you've raised the bar. You've got my interest. Now it's time to meet it or exceed it. So the movie better be better than this trailer. Now, James Gunn, president, co-CEO of DC Studios, all that, he's already come out and said, like, yo, this is the greatest superhero movie ever. Big talk. Big talk. It looks like it has that potential. It does look like it has that potential. But here's the other thing. We've been down this road before. Because if I were to tell you back in 16, 14, whatever, coming off of that first Batman v Superman trailer, I would have told you, watch out, Avengers. Move over, Marvel. DC's coming for you. I would have told you that based off of that first trailer for Batman v Superman. If you don't believe me, go look up that trailer. That trailer had us all in a headlock. That was the first time we saw Batman and Superman on screen forever. And that was going to be a movie? What? And then what did they give us? So all I know is DC talks a great game. They always have talked a great game. DC has cut fantastic trailers. It's the follow-through I'm worried about. I need the follow-through. I need the execution. You drive real well, but can you get us to the destination? I don't know. Y'all told me that Batman v Superman was going to be a great movie. You lied to me. You told me Justice League was going to be something monumental. You fibbed. What are you talking about? All I know is I don't care what they say. I don't care what you show me. Deliver. That's all. And if they deliver what they promise in this trailer, Flash can be $1 billion movie. If y'all can just meet the expectations, I don't even expect y'all to exceed my expectations. You know what would exceeding my expectations would be y'all give me Endgame Infinity War level. I'm not expecting that. Okay. If y'all hit that, oh my gosh, all praise to y'all. Y'all did a great job. I'm not expecting Endgame Infinity War. I am expecting, let's see, what would be a good, I'm expecting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 level with this Flash. That's it. I'm expecting for the, and I don't think that that's a hard bar for them to reach. I honestly think that's kind of low. I think based off of the trailer, they can exceed that. You know, I would say the bar for, if you were to compare it with Marvel, would be Guardians Volume 1 and Spider-Man No Way Home. If you can get anywhere in between those, you win. You did it. If you can exceed that, get that Billy. So anyway, I still think they showed too much. I'm not gonna believe the hype until I see the movie. Y'all already know. I'm gonna let you know how it is when I do go see it. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a fire trailer. That's a fire trailer. Whoever cut that trailer, it's a fire trailer. I would have pulled back a little now. I would have pulled back just a little bit, but you did the job. I think a lot of people are gonna go want to see it. I'm gonna be right there in line too. I'm probably gonna do a watch party for this, not for Ezra Miller, but actually it's gonna be for the GOAT, Michael Keaton. But you know, it's gonna be for the movie, not for Ezra Miller. But yeah, good movie is definitely gonna be a good movie. But anyway, what did you think about the Flash trailer. How did you feel? What did you like? What did you not like? Let me know whatever you thought in the comments down below. All right, let me scroll up and grab some of these. Who is that? Nope. Okay, I'll get that later. Got that. Oh man, y'all was leaving a bunch. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, I believe I'm caught up. All right. Let me grab my man Didier. What we got? All right. Does Michael Keaton's Batman have enough prep time to make everyone forget that Ezra kidnapped people? No, I didn't. Ezra kidnapped folks, trespassed, stole stuff, beat on folks. I didn't forget, and I won't forget, and I won't let y'all forget. Because I've told y'all this before. We have seen and we know good and well other people would get that don't look like Ezra would not get away for doing less. So no, I'm not letting nobody forget. And if DC sits here and talks about, oh, you know what, maybe, like I don't care if this movie make $1 billion. Don't y'all dare bring Ezra Miller back. There's no reason to bring him back. Zero. I don't care how great this is. If this is great, give me a Flash Part 2, recast the Flash. And here's the other thing. If you're James Gunn, why would you even want the baggage that comes with Ezra Miller? Ezra Miller is not valuable. There's nothing with Ezra Miller that is like obligatory or like there's no responsibility to keep Ezra Miller in this role. No one is coming to see this movie for Ezra Miller. Everyone is coming because the movie just looks really good. Have we not learned our lesson yet? That it's not the actors anymore that bring people to the theaters. The Rock couldn't bring enough people to theaters, and he's The Rock. He's The Rock. It's the characters and the story. Y'all know what really grabbed your attention on this trailer? It wasn't all the shiny lights and colors and lightning bolts and stuff. It's how crazy this story appears to be. That is what's really striking people and grabbing their interest. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. The fact that you just saw a story of someone going into the past, screwing things up so bad that General Zod is back, the old GOAT, Michael Keaton, Batman is back, you got a new Supergirl coming back. It's the story elements that are making this stuff compelling. Not Ezra Miller. Now, nobody's in here talking about like, oh man, I can't wait for that Ezra Miller performance. Nobody. So the story and the characters matter, not the stardom. And Ezra's not that big of a star. I've already told y'all that. Don't nobody go checking for Ezra Miller movies. Ezra just so happens to be in a movie. You'd be like, hey, ain't that the guy? Okay, yeah, all right. And you just watch. I hope that answered your question. Thank you. Nelson, what you got? Is Kara Supergirl from OG, the GOAT Batman universe? Definitely gonna see it, but still recast Flash. I have no idea. It's hard to say. It's gonna depend on what they want to do. I'm assuming since they are in the same universe, maybe, but we also don't know how many times Barry has screwed up the timeline. We don't know this. Like, maybe it's one time, maybe he's done it a couple times. Maybe Barry screwed up the timeline twice and brought both of those together. We don't know. And I would not count on this trailer as a way to figure anything out. Now, in my experience with DC trailers, they're not as sophisticated as Marvel is in terms of secrecy. So you could put 1 and 1 together and get 2 with DC. So it is more than likely that they're in the same universe, because we didn't have metahumans in Michael Keaton's Batman like that. Everybody, Two-Face and Penguin, like everybody was kind of like a genetic freak or some accident happened or whatever. So it would always make sense that like maybe Kara does exist there, but as we saw, maybe she was just being held under wraps by the government, and she might be the only metahuman that we know of, or alien, or however. So it is possible. It is possible, but I'm not betting nothing on these trailers, not yet, because there's so much stuff that they could do with this movie to throw a wrench in any of that. Derek, what you got? Thank you so much, man. When Batman was swooping down, I thought Jack Nicholson Joker was going to appear. That would be awesome to see. That scene took me back, man. Listen, I don't know if Jack would ever do it again. But personally, I don't need him to. I don't need him to come back. I would appreciate if he did, but I don't think he needs to, and I don't think he would want to. And that'd probably be big news if he did too. Like, I'm pretty sure like that would break the internet. Like, oh my gosh, Jack is back, But listen, we have the GOAT. I'm fine with that. That's all I need. I am content. I am content in seeing him. And the fact that my man is out here like whooping tail, and he whooping tail a la the way Ben Affleck was in the warehouse scene. I'm here for all of that. Tyra, thank you so much. My girl Sasha from Young and the Restless to Supergirl. I didn't know she was in Young and the Restless. Okay. I didn't really know who she was like that anyway. So let me not even front. But yeah, I mean, she looks great. She looks great. I love the costume. I love the uniform, the suit that they got her in. So I'm here for this. I am here for her. If I'm not mistaken, I think her character was one that was cut from, which one was it? Oh, from the Batgirl. She was going to be in the Batgirl movie that got scrapped or whatever, but here we are. Thank you, Tyra. I appreciate you. DJ Payne, what you got, sir? If this movie does well to kick off the DCU, and if they play their cards right, then Marvel is in trouble, especially after mid-phase 4 Recast The Flash. So here's why I'm going to tell you that is absolutely incorrect. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I just don't agree with that, because reboot or kick off the DCU. According to James Gunn, Superman Legacy is going to kick off the DCU, which means whatever the shenanigans that are going to happen in this movie, who knows what's going to be canon or not? We don't know yet. And I think DC is going to try and pull back and be like, let's pick and choose the things that we like, that we don't like, and then we'll put them in the DCU later. Hopefully, they throw Ezra Miller away. Now, the other biggest reason why I'm saying Marvel ain't in trouble yet is because Marvel has yet to use their big guns. We haven't seen no MCU at Fantastic Four. You haven't seen the MCU version of the X-Men. They have not done the biggest things possible that would even come close to making DC feel like a threat yet. Because by the time, once we saw everything that was announced by James Gunn in the DCU, by the time the DCU is done, we're going to be right there at Secret Wars. And we'll be very close, I think, also to Kang Dynasty. We're going to get Deadpool 3. We're going to get Blade. We're going to get Fantastic Four around that time. And it's a very close possibility that by the time DC wants to even think about doing maybe a Superman 2 or a Batman 2 or whatever, Marvel might be like, big Joker card, X-Men. Little Joker card, Fantastic Four. They have not done everything that has literally put Marvel on the map yet. So I know that you're right. You're totally right. Marvel has had a lackluster phase 4, but they still got some weapons. They still got some fire sitting on the bench. They got some heat. So let's not act like that they're just down and out. If anything, they coasting. They trying to cruise right now. But they're not out of this game at all. So, I mean, even though it's not really a game, because at the end of the day, are we really just not going to watch? Most of y'all gonna watch anyway. Almost everybody gonna watch. Everybody that's like, man, I'm tired of Marvel. Man, Phase 4 is mid. I agree with you. But if they put up Avengers versus X-Men and make $3 billion, you're not gonna be one of them people in the seats. Stop lying. Don't even answer, because I know you're gonna lie if you lying and saying you're not gonna watch that. You gonna watch that. Ain't nobody in their right mind who's even watched one comic book movie. If we finally get an X-Men versus Avengers movie, gonna talk about, I'm just gonna wait for that on streaming. No, you not. Stop lying. Just go to the matinee. Ain't nobody gonna tell on you. It's okay. You can keep your secret with us, but just don't. You don't have to go out the way and like lie. Just don't do that. Go on the $5 Tuesday day. That it's okay. We have now. Here's the thing, and I've said this too. If Marvel drops the bag with X-Men, now you can say throw Marvel away. Now you can say Marvel's in trouble. If they can't get their biggest players right, if you screw it up with Wolverine, first of all, you already have the original Wolverine with Hugh Jackman coming back. You already got that. But if y'all recast and get another Wolverine and he sucks and y'all can't get the X-Men right, oh yeah, now it's time for DC to leapfrog and take the lead as the superior company. That is the point where we need to make that determination, but not now, not right now. Marvel's on timeout. They just cruising, but they'll be, keep in mind that was also during the Chapek era. Chapek is gone. We ain't got him now, holding everything back. We'll talk about more of that later. But DJ, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. Team Tech Boy, I wish y'all could have heard my mom scream when she saw her Batman show up in the trailer. Michael Keaton, the GOAT. Yes. That's right, Mama Team Tech Boy. You already know what it is. He is the GOAT. I'm glad she know what it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody, real recognize real. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for that. 60 plus, what you got? My daughter screamed too when she saw Michael Keaton in the trailer. The GOAT, Michael Keaton, aka the GOAT Batman. That's what I'm talking about too. Thank you. People be thinking I be tripping. Man, let me tell you something. I was saying Michael Keaton was the GOAT while Christian Bale was out there running around. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Wilson. Wow. I was saying Michael Keaton was still the GOAT then. Okay. Now, that's not to say that Christian Bale was terrible. I like him as Batman in general, but in my opinion, he's still not better than Michael Keaton's Batman, in my opinion. But anyway, let's see. Christopher Ellis, what's going on, sir? I wonder how they going to spin the cause in the TV series. Thawne went back in time to kill Barry, but killed his mom instead. I don't know. We did see, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't want to spoil it for people. It is possible he might show up. It is possible that we saw a quick glimpse of him in here, or maybe we didn't. But either way, I will allow the movie to explain that one way or another. Because personally, I love Thawne. Thawne is one of the most petty villains in the world, and probably comic book history. For those of you that don't know, Thawne is a Reverse Flash. He is a version of he's a time paradox also, but he is basically from the future, goes back in the past because he hates Barry so much because Barry is like so great in the future, and Thawne is like literally the player hater of the like millennia. Like he will go back in the past and force Barry to lose all his friends, or what did he do? I think he did something where like he would make Barry like trip and fall on things. Like he just would do the most petty stuff just to make Barry like have a terrible life. Like to be that petty, like if I'm not mistaken, and maybe some comic fan, y'all can correct me. I think Thawne went back in the time and made some of Barry's friends' parents never meet just so Barry's friend wouldn't exist. What? You so petty, you bro. That we're not talking about slashing some tires. We're not talking about like, yo, I'm a bully you on social media. This man would go back in the past, mess up a whole relationship. He made this one woman and this one man never meet so that Barry could never have a friend. You that petty? Put that on TV. Put that on the screen for me. Put that on my big screen. I want to see that. I want to see that level of pettiness all day. Thank you for that. AJ, what you got? Flashpoint story is so crazy. That Batman is Thomas Wayne, and I think the Joker is Martha Wayne. Well, in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, in the comics, that is accurate. But I don't think that's what they're doing here. Again, I could be wrong. I don't know. But from what I've heard, that is actually Bruce Wayne. And they're not doing it directly the way that the comic was, which is fine too. Like, you don't have to give me the exact comic adaptation. You could change it up a little bit. But we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much, man. Didier, back at it. They are trying to show us every reason to ignore Ezra. Good. I'm fine with that. Because we talked about this too. How you gonna market this movie with Ezra? I mean, yes, Ezra's all over the movie because, they are the lead actor, but them promotions, that marketing, you might want to hide Ezra's face a little bit, put a little extra shadow or something like that. He ain't it. He ain't it, Chief. It ain't him. So I don't know. We'll see how they go with it, though. I don't know. Derek, back at it. Thank you so much. As for superhero movies, Endgame is the best. Okay, some people would say Infinity War, but all right, that's fine. For me, when it comes to Infinity War, Endgame, it literally flips depending on my mood. If I want to see, on your left, I'll go watch Endgame. If I want to see a bunch of craziness happen, I'll go watch Infinity War. So for me, it's back to back. They both up there for me, just one way or another. But I'm with you. Scrolling. Hold on, give me a sec. Blatino, what's up? I feel like Will Smith and probably Johnny Depp are holding their breath to see how this Flash movie does with Ezra Miller, hoping they may be able to make a comeback. I would say that they are probably not concerned whatsoever. I've seen Will Smith doing his promotional stuff. You just saw him dropping videos for Bad Boys and stuff like that. Will Smith has moved on. And all power to him. I can't say so much about Johnny Depp. I haven't really been following him like that. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he got signed for another movie. I don't think anybody's checking for Ezra Miller. Like, Ezra Miller is it's a little sad because I think that as an actor, other actors might be afraid to speak against another actor, possibly. I just saw Jason Momoa post something like, "Oh man, great Flash trailer. Love you, Ezra Miller." And folks are like, I mean, it's one thing to like have love for the brother, but like you just gonna casually ignore the fact that like you're not holding Ezra accountable. You're not saying like, yo, Ezra, like, you made some messed up choice. Like, so I feel like, at least when it comes to these other actors like Smith or Depp or whatever, I feel like they moved on. They're not worried about it. They're not worried about it like us. Just because we talk about it as fans, critics, whatever, that doesn't mean they care about it in the same way. I think that for Will Smith, he's like, man, I'm making Bad Boys 4, moving on, gonna have me a good time. Johnny Depp gonna move on. And I think that's the best way to go about it, right? To be honest. Thank you again. Derek, E-Man, why did Quicksilver from the X-Men look so cool running, but Flash didn't? The way he ran looked like he was just standing still. Well, you have two different visionary creators. You have Zack Snyder, for whatever reason, felt as though that the Flash running in the Speed Force was like running through water or something ridiculous. Man, let me tell you something. We've had a Flash since what, like the 1950s or something like that, or something like. We've had Flash TV shows, Flash movies, all this stuff. The Flash would always run normal, just normal, and guess what you do around him? As he's running normal, you flash and blur everything behind him, and guess what? We be like, dang, he fast. Just look at me. Look at me. Just like this. This is me. I'm the Flash. E-Man the Flash. And just imagine the background just going boom, 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 boom. Just like that. And this is all I'm doing. And guess what? We all believed it just fine. Did nobody need no extra anything to sell us on the fact that if you just did this, you was running fast as long as the background was whizzing by. Nobody needed any extra convincing at all. I could go like this, change the background, and y'all could think I was flying. Y'all don't need me flying like this. I don't have to do this to fly like Superman. I don't have to do that. So, to answer your question, the reason why the Flash looked like that is because Zack Snyder decided to be too extra. That's all. Zack was too extra, thought too deep, and just messed up that whole thing with the Flash's running. Now, the other special effects, I'm totally with it. Like the lightning, the slow-mo, I was with it. It looks cinematically beautiful because Zack Snyder does do amazing visuals. But that decision with the surfboard arms or whatever, the little wavy arm, bro, nobody told you no. Nobody said, hey, stop. That's whack. Nobody on set. Yikes. Thank you again. DJ, thanks for the correction. I just want both brands to succeed. Give me some fire storytelling. Enough of the mid madness, bro. We are on the same page, 110% on that. I'm with you. That's what I've been saying for all of them. Like, I don't even care about Marvel versus DC. I'm not in competition with nobody. Okay. Is anybody here getting paid by DC or Marvel? I'm not. Anybody else? Because to me, I'm like, I don't even know why people try to manufacture these wars or these beefs or whatever. These companies are just like, man, we just trying to make some money. And I'm like, look, I just want y'all to tell a good story that could be worth my money. At the end of the day, that's all we need. Like I said, didn't I say DC talks a good game? What did I say James Gunn kept talking about? We're going to focus on story and characters. That's what matters. Great. That should have been the plan from the very beginning. That's literally like saying, we're going to shoot a movie that makes sense. Brilliant. That's it. It should always be that way. So yeah, bro, look, we are 100% on the same page with that, man. For real, for real. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Come through. Ty with the super stickers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as always, Ty. Woo, always coming through. Thank you so much for that. Derek, what you got? Avengers, X-Men, Blood Ties crossover was great in the comics. It would be a great movie, or do the Phoenix right. Who would be the bad guy? So here's the thing. I'm so Phoenixed out. Leave the Phoenix alone. Fox done made 4, 5, 10 terrible attempts at the Phoenix. I'm sick and tired of the Phoenix. I don't need it right now. Don't need it for a long time. Okay. I know Marvel can bring him back later, but right now, listen, they're better villains than Phoenix. Okay. You don't even have to go that big cosmic, leap. You could just start small. Start with Mr. Sinister. I don't know. Start with Magneto. Start with humanity. Humanity is the villain. You could just do that. Senator Kelly, the legal stuff, the legal ramifications. You could start with just those basic things before we start going to these bigger cosmic level stuff. I don't need all that yet. We can have a nice slow progression and build up and hopefully wash out the memory of the terrible job that Fox did in the past. I hope that would be the case. But no, I'm totally straight on that. I don't even care if they want to give us Juggernaut. Just do that. Do that. Shoot, I put that on Charles. What we got? DJ back at it. Thank you so much. Super Friends Flash is way better than Ezra's butterfly stroke. Yeah. I'm fine with that too. Like, almost anyone is better. Almost anyone is better. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, man. That's how low the bar is. What we got? Famous J, what you got? I don't mind recasting Ezra with Makari Speedster. All right, sure, whatever. Yep. Fine. Honestly, I'll take whoever, whatever. Just get Ezra out. I don't care. Just get Ezra out. All right, moving on. We did that. What else are we gonna talk about? Okay. Let's talk about this. So as I mentioned earlier on, I Am Legend is getting a sequel. I Am Legend 2. Now, we have recently found out that in addition to having this, a lot of people was like, yo, how are you going to do this? Is Will Smith going to come back? Like, what's going on? Michael B. Jordan was signed on to be in this movie. And there were just a lot of questions like, what's it going to be about? What's going to happen? Et cetera, et cetera. So, what did end up happening was we finally got some confirmation from Michael B. Jordan as to like what's actually going to happen moving forward. So, he weighed in here. Let me get there we go. He weighed in on this in an interview and talking to Deadline. He said this, I'm obsessed with The Last of Us, where we see the world just post-apocalypse, but also after a 20-year lapse. You see how the earth reclaims the world. And there's something beautiful in the question of, as man steps away from being the primary tenant, what happens? That will be essentially visual, especially visual in New York. I don't know if they'll climb up to the Empire State Building, but the possibilities are endless. We trace back to the original Matheson book and the alternate ending as opposed to the released ending in the original film. What Matheson was talking about was that man's time on the planet as a dominant species has come to an end. That's a really interesting thing we're going to get to explore. There will be a little more fidelity to the original text. Okay. So it looks like not only are we going to get this sequel, but we're actually going to pick up with the alternate ending of I Am Legend. Now, I think I do have the alternate ending because apparently a lot of people didn't actually watch it or didn't see it. So let me pull it up just to kind of give y'all a little something here about it. Hold on. So just because I know some of y'all be scary or whatever. So if you are one of those people that are like, oh, I can't take like 1% level of horror, you might want to turn away. But I will go ahead and just play this. Now, if you are on the replay gang, I'm just letting you know right now, if I get a copyright, I'm cutting this clip. So you just gonna have to, YouTube it and you can watch it yourself. But I'm just gonna play it so we can watch it together real quick and see what happened at the end. So let's get this loaded up. Okay, I'm gonna get my little free promotion that Albanese don't want to pay me, but it's all good. I'm gonna get me a couple snacks here. But when in doubt, Albanese, if you please. I told you that's gonna take me a minute to work on that bag. Let's get this up here. There we go. All right. So once again, this is what happens after. So the big confrontation. Shout out Fandango for the clip, by the way. But this is the big confrontation with Will Smith and the vampire zombie like creatures or whatever. And as you recall, the original ending for I Am Legend, Will Smith decided to take a grenade or a bomb or whatever and like just kill himself. He did give his blood away and they took it to a quarantine camp and maybe everything was all fine. All right, whatever, But now this alternate ending, which I think some people might have liked a little bit more, shows a slightly different story. So let me get this out y'all way and let's try it. Damn. They blocked it. Oh no. They blocked it. My bad, y'all. Dang, I knew that was too good to be true. Oh well. Can y'all still see me? I don't know if y'all can still see me or not. Let me see. Are we still live? Are we still good? Let me know if we still good or not. No. I was just playing. I was just giving commentary. Can y'all see me? Okay, Facebook look like y'all good. YouTube look like y'all down. If you're on YouTube, can you see me? Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. I'm gonna restart the I'm gonna restart. Dang, I played too much. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop this live and I'm gonna start it again, especially for the YouTubers. Dang, they won't just let us live. All right, be right back.